y'all. Shantae C checking in for a brand new 10 Things. I'm chilling with my homegirl.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. I'm here back off vacation in the building.
Can't you see she's
Y'all
got
see
a
my
little
glow?
tan?
I'm gonna keep this thing going too. But we gonna talk about something. Lord, it's too much tea going on.
And
People
some
calm down.
things.
You know when it get hot outside,
People start acting up.
a fool. Okay,
So
a
what?
complete fool.
So what
But
is going on?
do we want to shout out Mr. Lucky?
Oh yes.
We send a shout out to our sponsor, Lucky Cohen. We'll tell you about it at the end. If you got a small business you want to grow, hit us up and we will hit you up and let you know how you can grow.
And make that extra little cash money in your hand.
All right.
Time to get the bag.
Time to get the bag. Summertime is always time to get the bag, though.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
for sure.
For sure. All right. Well, we're going to start with, and this is a hot mess too, y'all. Okay. But we're going to say congrats. Okay. Let's just say congrats to Bad Boys. Okay.
Huh? Why are we saying congrats to them?
No, the movie, Shantae.
Oh,
yeah, no.
I'm like, why are we saying?
So we're going to say congrats to Will, to Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Okay.
So look, y'all, I came off a boycott just for my husband, and we went to go see it.
Oh, really? Oh, you saw it, so you can tell us more. I haven't seen it yet, so that's why I'm saying. Okay, so it's been a lot of mixed reviews about the movie.
Oh, really? No, the movie was super funny. You guys.
And it was good. I feel like they always deliver.
It was super funny.
Did it look like Will been holding them up the whole movie?
No. No, I don't feel that way at all. I feel like people over exaggerated that situation. I definitely think that they delivered. The comedy was on point. It had some highs, it had some lows, it had some great fighting action scenes, and just in true bad boy fashion, blowing up a bunch of shit. So
okay,
I think that the movie was good. I would definitely recommend people who are not boycotting Will to go ahead and see it. Like I said, I came off boycott because Father's Day right around the corner. I'm trying to be sweet. So we went to go see the movie because I knew he wanted to see it this week.
Okay. So, here's the other thing. Shantae cleared that up for us, guys.
Yeah.
Will Smith ain't holding Martin up.
No.
And all of this stuff that y'all been saying, okay?
No.
Okay, the other thing is, so it's been mixed reviews about the movie. Like I said, it did do 113 million opening weekend, which was good numbers. But the problem is, you could tell me did you see this in the movie? Their budget was about 100 million to film.
Wow.
So the profit is not good, but it's going to continue. Still, that was opening weekend. We still got this weekend coming up, which I'm on the list. I'm definitely going.
4th of July.
4th of July, yeah. So we have some weekends coming up to make up that, extra 100 million.
So again, a lot of blowing up shit, which I'm sure probably cost them an arm and a leg. They had a lot of special,
a lot of special effects,
a lot of special equipment that I think that they used to film it, because I do recall seeing something on IG where they showed a part where Will Smith was filming himself and then filming the scene and then filming himself, and it had like this cool little gimbal thing going on. So I mean, I don't know.
So
if
it didn't look like no low budget. People put 100 million into this and it looked good. It didn't look like no Tubi.
It definitely looked good. And the other thing that I want to mention is that his production company put that together. Westbrook Films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I did notice that in the credits.
So it wasn't cheaply done, people.
No, and I wonder if he footed the bill for some things, if he was like the executive producer. I didn't see that part of it.
Okay.
He wouldn't stay for the whole time, but so I'd be interested to see. But I thought it looked fabulous. I thought the movie was really good. And I am still boycotting, but there was one part that did make me happy when Martin Lawrence kept slapping him.
The movie.
when Martin Lawrence kept slapping him in the face, I felt like I was getting vindicated.
All right. They should have but what's your boy? Who is it that he slapped? But Chris Rock on for that scene.
Yes, they should.
And let him do a pa-pa.
A couple of times. Then I think I could have moved on. Then the boycott would have been over.
Okay. Well, moving on. So we have some jailbirds over the weekend. More than one of them.
Who is
2 hot messes? Okay, so Sexy Red was arrested. She was in some kind of big brawl. She said she wasn't a part of it, but when they rolled the cameras, oh yeah, she was in it, baby.
Oh Lord.
But she was arrested at Newark International Airport. These people have no class, huh? Good Lord. In a red bonnet.
In a red
Didn't
bonnet?
Monique tell y'all stop wearing bonnets and shit all in the airport?
That's all I gotta say about that. I can't do nothing but laugh for real.
So we don't know. It's still not out what's the reason for this brawl. If she just got caught in it, caught a lick, or whatever, but
in the video, was she throwing punches or was she getting punched?
It looked like she was throwing punches, but it looked like she had done picked up a weapon.
Oh,
not like a gun or nothing, but like a piece of something.
She was picking up furniture.
Picked up the furniture,
like the Hulk.
And then Tommy Lee.
What he doing?
No, is she?
Oh,
from Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, girl, I thought you was talking about the man from Men in Black.
No, Tommy from Love and Hip Hop. Y'all, some of y'all probably don't even know. Okay,
I don't know who she is.
Yeah, but she's a fighter.
Oh, really?
She's always in a fight.
Oh my God.
But anyway, this is the craziest story. She was in Miami and was arrested.
Oh.
So Sexy went on Saturday. This one went on. Tommy went on Sunday. She was at Club Live, which is jumping on a Sunday. She went up to some guy, tried to give him something to hold or something for her. He refused it, and then she started acting crazy, and then like started physically assaulting him. And so she was arrested.
Oh,
but I need y'all to learn how to act in public.
She tripping.
I mean, can we learn how to act in public?
Clearly, no.
Especially if you want to say you celebrity,
right,
and have celebrity status.
Right, that's a hot ass mess.
Yeah, like let's just learn how to act in public. Okay, that would help everybody.
Right.
Okay.
That part.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on from them. To another hot mess.
Oh Lord, now who's a hot mess?
Well, I'm a little sad about this. And this is rumor has it, okay, that the City Girls are splitting up.
Oh.
I mean, I think JT basically said it. So it's been a lot of back and forth about that. They are dropping an album before the split, but this album was recorded years ago. So they're gonna go ahead and get that album out, and hopefully it does better than the last flunky.
Right.
But so it's been a lot of mixed reviews about this and mixed feelings because people seem to feel like Young Miami was dissing JT while she was up on the Diddy cloud. Now all that done fell.
Oh Lord.
You know, no more show, no more get the bag every month from Diddy and all that. That's all going. And they seem to feel like she didn't want the music, wasn't putting nothing into the music, didn't really care about the music then. Some people feel like Young Miami did her part. She held JT down while she was incarcerated.
Which one is the one that rap off beat? Is that JT or is that Young Miami?
I don't know because I like them both.
You know, the one that rap off beat, she kind of remind me of Silk the Shocker. He ain't never rap on beat either. I'm like, baby, catch the beat. Used to be, baby.
Lord, okay. But anyway.
Yeah, Diddy dated one of them, Robinson.
Yeah, Young Miami.
Young Miami.
Young Miami.
You on room 4220, Robin. You gotta come on over to 10 things.
Oh, Robin's always on the right platform, but okay. Anyway, so it's been a lot of talk on the internet.
Okay.
And a lot of people are taking JT's side and saying Miami didn't care about the music. Now she don't have nothing to fall back on but the music. Now she wants the music, so they're encouraging JT to go off and do her solo project.
I mean, I think people need to stay out of other folks' business. I think that everybody deserves a shot. They worked really hard to secure a deal. I don't think it's right for them to just be like, okay, you was on a. I mean, that's childish. Get to the paper.
Yeah,
get to the bag.
And however you got to get to it.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I really feel like they shouldn't do that. Like, people work together all the time and hate each other.
Yeah, ask a lot of stores.
Exactly.
Or regular people.
Exactly.
But yeah, we hope these ladies,
work it out.
City girls, could work it out. I like their music. I don't know why it never does well, but
I mean, my favorite song was that first song. Well, I don't know if it was their first song, but the one with Cardi, that was my junk. I still be bumping that junk.
Yeah, well, I like them. I like the ladies. I like their music. So hopefully, whether they go solo or stay together, they can still
work the friendship
out. Because they've been friends way before the music thing for years.
Yeah.
They were rapping together at 17 years old. So, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and get into our topic, guys.
Right. So, speaking of friends, we want to know who gets the friends when the divorce happens. So, what we're talking about tonight is, you're friends with a friend, right? And that friend has a friend, and you and the other friend become friends. So let's say you're friends with friend A, and friend A. Okay, so my producer says I'm not explaining it right. I'm gonna let Nia explain it.
Well, let's just say who gets the friends after the divorce.
Okay,
let's go there.
Okay.
Let's start there.
He's still rubbing his eyes like we ain't explained nothing.
Well, when we're friends and we get a mutual friend from a friend.
Okay, so let's step back. Okay, so me and Nia are friends, and Nia has a girlfriend, and me and Nia's girlfriend become friends.
Right.
Me and Nia fall out. Can I still be friends with Nia's friend?
Yes, I think so. As a grown person, yes. Yes.
So, in my younger days, in my 20-year-old self days, right? I would say, divorce her. You are no longer friends with me. I'm sorry.
That was in Shantae younger days.
That was it. That was the 20-year-old Shantae, okay? The 20-year-old Shantae. Now the 40-something-year-old Shantae probably would just be like, I don't want to hear nothing about her.
Right. But I think that you still can stay friends
like
with
you do
someone.
What you want to do, but I don't want to hear nothing about what y'all doing. Don't tell me about that shit. Don't try to act like we're still friends and be like, oh, me and such went out. I don't want to hear that shit.
Well, okay, so I think that definitely
this is a friend divorce.
Yeah. I think that definitely as grown people, you could for sure stay friends. Okay, so you need, you meet people through time. That's called connections, right?
Right.
You meet people through people all the time. But just because you guys had a falling out, you're my friend and I'm going to be respectful to you. I'm not going to let them talk shit about you, and I'm not going to let you talk shit about them. I'm going to keep that part out of it. But I should still be able to be friends with the mutual friend, because sometimes when you just cut people off and it had nothing to do with you,
you're traumatized.
No, but you can be cutting off relationships of business or just anything.
I mean,
that's not worth it in your adult life.
I think that everybody is brought into folks' lives for a certain reason, one reason or another, and you just never really know. And you don't know how that person can enrich your life, whether or not it's in business or this person has that you could have gotten a beautiful friendship out of it. And Robin says, me and Shantae stayed friends after the
Okay.
So yeah,
a mutual friend.
Yep. So it definitely happened with Robin and I. So I definitely think that you can do it. It's just that I can't speak for her relationship or friendship with them because after everything was said and done, I had no desire to know. So
right. Well,
she don't talk to. I mean, she may mention them every now and then, but it's not a pressing conversation for us.
And that's great. And you guys were able to move on as adults.
Yeah, and we were relatively young when that happened. We were like in our early 20s when that happened.
And you were able to move on.
So
move past it.
We was literally
because I think that people that just generally, especially at this age, I'm talking, that generally just cut you off because you're not friends with the other person anymore. I find that and this is my personal opinion, okay? It would depend on why the friendship broke up, or whatever. But if it's something stupid and petty and doesn't matter and shouldn't matter to you, I feel like, as an adult, you're just a very weak person.
Well, not just that, but
just up somebody's ass, period.
Not only that, but I will say that in those type of circumstances, I feel like if they can easily cut the friendship like that, then maybe y'all weren't really friends to begin with.
Right, and I get that. Yeah, for sure.
So it's kind of like, well, were you just using me, or were you just around me because the other person was around me and you were just being nice because I was friends with her, and so really we weren't really friends? Because that's where I would start questioning, like, kind of like, okay, well, I get that, but that doesn't have anything to do with you and I. So were we never cool? Because I'm just trying to understand. If we weren't, that's fine. But
right. Well, and I just think too that it shows the character of people. It shows that, sometimes maybe it's not that friend that brought you around, but this person brought you around people that could help elevate you. And I for me, I wouldn't give that up over some petty BS. It's different if somebody slept with your husband, something crazy, then yeah, I don't want to be around that character of a person. But for people falling out over BS,
yeah, and to me, it's the quality of the relationship, never the quantity of what was being done within the relationship. So if the quality of our friendship was that worth saving, I feel like you shouldn't just be trying to cut me off if the friendship was truly genuine.
That's true.
Because
sure.
When you call somebody a friend, that's one thing. Now, if you're saying that this person was just a business associate and you don't understand why it was cut off because of the elevation part, then yeah, I totally get that, because that doesn't really make sense. But if the reason why you're cutting me off and we're still friends, well, we were friends, then yes, I feel like I deserve an explanation. But if it's just purely business, then that's something different. It's like, okay, then you shouldn't be cutting me off. Period. It don't matter what's going on with them.
Right. Yeah, I just feel like you don't cut people just because two people stop talking. Um, you know, like you can mind your business and you can still continue to be friends with, you know, the other party just because you were mutual friends with this person and she bought you around
Yeah.
or they bought you around. I don't understand.
Oh, you can't, like I said, to me, those people weren't genuine to begin with if they feel like, once that tie was severed. And I do think that it can be hard being the person in the middle. So I guess it depends on how strong they felt the bond was between you and them if they want to remain around, because if the bond wasn't strong between the two of you guys, they may not feel that it's worth it to be in the middle of a bunch of drama.
Yeah, I can feel that for
Yeah.
sure.
It's
I,
like, is she cool, but is it worth me like beefing with my friend? Because just don't know if it's enough for me to want to like fight for the fact that we're friends, and I'm too grown to be keeping a friendship secret.
right, right. But and with that being said, I feel like you too grown for somebody else to dictate
Yeah.
who you can and cannot be friends with.
Yeah.
A grown person that shouldn't care.
Yeah. I mean, that is a very valid point for sure. uh there's really no excuse. I think it all comes down to, like we say so many times, it comes down to that communication. It's like, even if you thought for some reason that, okay, you're not gonna deal with me anymore, I still feel like it deserves a conversation. If I meant anything to you, it deserves a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
you
I
know
agree with that. For sure.
like, just to be kind of like, okay, you know. Oh, yeah, that did happen with me and LaShawn too. We had a mutual friend, and the mutual friend is gone. And
And you guys were grown enough to keep y'all's friendship.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I just think that kind of stuff happens, but it happens when there's a mutual respect and an actual friendship there that's
Mm-hmm.
worth fighting for and saving. But if, like I said, that person was an acquaintance to you, then maybe you don't feel like there's enough value for you to fight for the friendship.
Right. I get it. I listen.
So I think it really all comes down to what that person is thinking about you. I think, it's like, okay, it ain't worth it because she's cool and I like her. She never did anything to me. But this other person, she is really down for me. We in 10 toes down, and I don't want to be in an argument with this girl over this girl that she just cool or whatever. But you never know, because what happens is time passes
Mm-hmm.
and people change, and then they start to see these different things, and she may eventually come around and call you and be like, it was kind of childish or petty for me to stop talking to you, but let me tell you my reasons why. And then at that point, it will be up to you to make the decision as to whether or not you can move forward, or just say it ain't worth it to me. You didn't think it was worth it back then, and I don't think it's worth it now.
Right. For sure.
So
I mean, we know I'm losing no sleep over no one.
that's a fact.
Period.
That is a fact, Jack.
Period. But yeah, it happens all the time and I think it sucks. I think that if you were we all became mutual friends, doesn't matter who met through who. We all went out together. We all did nice things and whatever. We all were mutual friends. I just think that there should be a conversation had regardless on both parties. I mean, that's what I would do.
Uh, Lulu said, "Be sleeping like a baby."
Yeah, I heard that, Lulu. I will be tonight. I
There's
will
no
be
sleep
tonight.
over that.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
we're at our time, but
I got a 5-minute tip.
Nia got a 5-minute tip.
Yes, and I'm gonna give it to y'all. So it's extremely hot outside, right?
It is.
Extremely hot. So I have been making my own iced tea where I control the sugar or the fruit, the whatever is going in it. Okay. Mint, whatever. So I just buy the glass bottles, I make the iced tea, and then it's just in a refrigerator, but I'm able to control
how much
sugar, or if I'm just going to do Splenda or whatever it is I use.
So do you brew your tea?
I brew the tea.
Okay.
I make it hot. And I've been doing the same with coffee, guys.
Okay.
So you want a nice little after dinner coffee or whatever, have a nice iced coffee, or if you can have your own iced coffee, because and what made me start to do this is I was looking in a store and I was like, it would be nice to be able to have some iced coffee for in the mornings and not have to stop to get it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Am I still on? Not have to stop to get it or whatever. But
yeah.
So I started looking, because the sugar was a lot, like on the Delight and all those. So I just started making my own. I normally use an equal and maybe like a little bit of sugar or whatever. But I'm able to control.
Well, that's a good tip.
Yeah, and then I just put it in glass bottles, and it'll last. It'll last about a good week, just like buying it at the store. And then you just have your nice iced tea with no guilt, or your nice little iced coffee with no guilt.
And so what I can say about that is that it is a lot cheaper on your pockets as well.
Oh, for sure. Oh my God. Yeah. It is a lot cheaper.
Because iced coffee at Starbucks, just the grande 16 ounce with, they're going to pile it with ice. So you're only really getting 8 ounces is $6. So,
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And that's just one sip, your drink's gone.
Right, for sure. And then you can control it. And, I make the iced coffee. You can put your milk in it or whatever you're going to use.
To make it like a latte?
Yeah, and I normally, add coconut milk, but you can do whatever you do,
And for those
and it's just ready to go.
And for those of you guys who don't know, so if you're trying to make it like Starbucks, all that is they put the milk at the bottom and they put a floating shot on the top. And that's your drink right there.
Boom. There you have it.
Super simple.
We just saved you and cooled you off at the same time.
$6 whole
a day.
A day.
But it's nice and cool and refreshing. And when you make you brew your tea, make it on the stove and let it cool and turn it into iced tea. It's good. It tastes great. I love it.
And I know my mom back in the day, that's why I asked if you brewed it or not, because my mom used to make what she called sun tea. So she would take the water, she would put it in the, like, whatever jug she was going to put it in. She put the tea bags in there, and then because it was so hot outside, she would sit the whole jug outside. And so over the course of the day, it would heat the water up. And then the tea would be really, really like super brewed by the time you bring it back in.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to try that.
So when it hits those 100-degree weathers, go ahead and do it. She had a plastic mug, so I don't know. She said they have Tazo drinks you can brew at home. And she has the iced passion flavor. So yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, and go to show you Lulu's on to something, because when you can get a Tazo tea at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Iced.
Yeah.
And that's $6.
$6. All right, guys. Well, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or you have a burning topic that you would love for us to discuss, please hit us up at tnthangz, THANGZ, @gmail.com. And look, if you are looking to make some extra money, please hit us up at the email TN Things with a Z at gmail.com so we can tell you guys all about Lucky Coin.
All right. Well, that's our time. It was another Fabulous Wednesday. We'll see you next Wednesday, same time, same place.